29 was it. I'm staying away from the Dutch. My opponent is saying the stream is muted. We'll see about that. Let's try this. Bogo. Bogo or Nimzo. None of the above. Benoni. Who plays the Benoni? Those who are aggressive. My opponent is playing this like they know it really, really well. They know more than me about this opening. This is a rare case that I'm playing this. So, do I play here? Give up my bishop for the knight? My opponent does have a space advantage because of this guy. I'm assuming h3 will happen right away and then jump my knight in. I don't know. Let's put some pressure on this pawn now that I've lost a minute. Alright, let's get rid of him. h3. I want to do this thing. Knight d7 to e5. Oh, so much for that. Let's throw a question to this bishop. What are you really doing? Are you going to take me or not? I want to know. I need some more information. Okay. I got the information I wanted. Now I'm going to go with this knight because I want my bishop to see the world. Now I'm going to chop here, and more trades are happening, which I believe is a good thing. So I have this bishop, but he's not going anywhere just yet, is he? I'm thinking about a6. c5, I don't know what that is really doing. Queen b6 would just be looking for tricks. I'm anticipating f4. Let me do this, trying to expand with b5. I think f4 is not correct because I could take and then play b5, getting my majority going. My opponent is having none of it. So let's do this. No, wait, whoa. I almost made a very bad move. I need to take him. I was forgetting that the bishop had a retreat square. That was silly. Why didn't I see that the bishop could be backing up? I have control over this square. This is very important. Sometimes this advance will come anyhow. With f4, e5, if I take the b, f5. It's a common pawn sacrifice to really rattle the coordination of my pieces. Okay, that's not being played, and because it's not, I can make use of this square and sink my knight deeper into the white position as a result. And by that I mean I'll play c4, and then this is a wonderful outpost, and he's bound to do some serious damage. Let's see if I'm right. c4, knight d3 would come with tempo against b2, and now it's coming with tempo against the rook. Do I play it right away? I don't see why not. Let's go there. What's this queen up to? Do I play g4? No, I don't like that idea. How about... That's going to be undermined, isn't it? Let me move faster than I am. Let's move a lot faster than I am here. I don't even know what I want to do. Alright, I pass. That's my way of passing. I don't know what to do. Let me just pass that move. I should have come up with something better than king h7, don't you think? What a pathetic move. I don't know what to do. Let me just tuck my king in. He seems cozier on h7. Okay, I have this check, but what's my follow-up? Oh, this is what my idea was. I wanted this diagonal to open up first before So I would have this sort of thing going on. I could kick that knight away. He's not going to be too happy about things, is he? Where is he going now? Wow, my opponent's flying. Let's do that. I want to trade queens. I have good... Oh, okay, my 7th rank is vulnerable. I want to get here. Okay, this is good all of a sudden. This exchange benefited me. So, in other words, it was better to maintain the tension. Oh, queen here is not available. For a second, I was thinking white could be converging on that square, and now she does have some pressure there. Bishop here, though. Let's do that. And it's difficult for them to get their rooks working. Queen there, huh? Let's do this. Let me develop my queen and hit the rook. The queen has pressure on this pawn. Rook here, minute 25. Whoa, really? That can't be right. Can it? I just need to activate. Who's going to argue with that move? It's an open file. Wow. I wish my opponent would slow down a little bit. So I could time to reevaluate this change of the position. Slow down, would you? I was reluctant to bring my the rook on A over to the F file because he does have a job watching over A6. I just want to double up. Double up on the F file. That knight, just get out of there, please. Maybe it's... Oh, the queen is tied down to the defense of the knight, so there is no capture here. Queen here. Actually, queen here with rook here. Why am I not moving fast? Oh, this worked. Oh. Let's get my queen here. That knight's... It can't go too far. I want to just pick up this pawn. Okay, I think things are looking very good now. I'm starting to see the light a little bit clearer here. Oh, that's defended. Offer a queen trade. My favorite. This is... yeah, white can't get out of this pin so easily. So now we do this. Offer a queen trade. And then pick up this pawn. Knight here, I kick it away. I want to force white into taking my queen. So knight here to defend the queen. I don't take the queen, but rather attack the defender of the queen. Queen takes pawn. I could take here. And I always move up here if there's a check. Queen takes pawn, queen takes b, queen check here. Okay, so this is what I was just talking about. I attack the knight. Okay, and this will be winning. Because 1, 2, 3, I'm there in time, plenty of time. So take b7, take b2, play to b1, and then advance. Pawn push here, I take. And let's just make sure. Okay, I'm threatening this right away. Oh, he's there in time? Why did I allow that? That was stupid. Ah, man. I don't want to give him up so easily, though. Oh, I get to advance. That was very helpful. Oh, I was going to have a tough road ahead. My opponent forgot about that. He had to play king to c1 or knight here. One of those two moves, but not knight there. Oh, why did I miscalculate that? I wasn't going to be able to queen so easily with my rook move. It's a miscalculation on my part. All right, good game. Let's back up here. I don't know if I played the opening right. I don't play this opening hardly ever. I wonder if you could insert h3. I think it's maybe still okay that you are allowing me to play this move. I think what's better than developing the bishop is as soon as I do play this move, throw a question to it, recapture with the queen, and then when I'm threatening to play to e5, you maintain your light square bishop. Make sure you keep that light square bishop. Now it's a little bit trickier since it happens one move later. I'm able to exchange a couple pieces, which again is going to be helpful to me since I have a space disadvantage. So instead of bishop g5, I'm sure there's probably some things earlier, but this is one thing that I could be pointing out. I think as soon as I pin the knight, throw a question to him with h3. Just as I did with h6, I wanted to learn a little bit more about your bishop's intentions. You could do that with h3. So we have these exchanges, and I miscalculated here. For some reason, I was thinking your bishop is stuck. It couldn't go anywhere anyhow, so I'm not going to take it. But you could play to c2. I don't know why I was blind to a simple retreat like that. With a6, I was thinking not only to expand but take away maybe a bishop move here to, you know, get out of the line of fire with knight takes bishop. But you should back up, and now this becomes an issue because f4 is the move that I have to be most concerned about. This avalanche of pawns, f4, e5, that's really your pawn break idea. You back up, and f4 all of a sudden comes with tempo. Yeah, so instead of a4, maybe you should back up. I would get my pawns rolling. That is a downside. If you back up, I do get my majority going, but I think you're the better side. I don't have... Everything becomes clogged up. If you could picture this right here, if I play b5 and you play f4, hang on, bishop c2, I play b5, you play f4, my knight has to play here, and then my whole queen side is stuck. I can't get him out. I'd end up having to play knight f8, knight d7, and I think this idea of, once you have this f4, e4 structure, I think this idea of e5 after a capture, then to play f5 is very strong. That advance messes with my king side structure. The safety of my king becomes a bit more of an issue, and on top of that, a new square is granted for your knight that's on c3 currently. f4, e5. As soon as you're doing e5, your knight has a new home. And as soon as I capture in this direction, this pawn increases in value. He becomes passed if you're making this pawn flinch, if he's no longer around on the d file. So just some quick points there. This was already a very critical position. Instead of a4, consider bishop to c2, maintain that bishop. We didn't get there, and I think you really do at this point have to stop my knight from getting to e5. It's just too much. Once he's on e5, he's getting to d3. That's way too deep, and there's bound to be big trouble around the corner. So f4 instead of rook to e2 is what I'm getting at. Don't give me knight e5, and it's trouble. How could I have done better? I'm pretty sure I'm much better in this position right now. I said during the game it was better for me when you captured, so I think you should be maintaining the tension. Don't give me a file to play with. Your rooks are kind of stuck, as well as your knight. You have pressure on that square. I probably should have done something different. I think my bishop can't... There's not a better square. Maybe bring my queen out and defend. Develop a piece and meet your threat. That would have been a better frame of mind for me to be in. If you can meet a threat by developing, and I could have. It was at least worth considering queen to h4. Then we had this. I don't know why. I guess, you see, the knight was so annoying. Gave up the exchange. You got a pawn for it, but I don't know if there was something. There must have been something better, but he is tough to work around. One worry that I did have is b3 to try and undermine the knight. You can't do it right now because I do have pressure on the rook, but given the time, white, I think, should at least look into this undermining of my knight support on d3 by playing b3. I didn't quite get there. And how could have I done better? What was the better way to convert this to a full point? I think this is still correct, and I'm pretty sure this is still good. Oh, you know what? Rook here. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. You're there in time. Hang on. How did this play out? Rook here, king there. I take, king there. Yeah. You know what would be better? I think, at least, instead of playing rook to b8 right away, I think playing to c8. 1. Force the knight here. And then I could always play here, here, and then here in 3 moves instead of going after this pawn. Rook c8 forces knight here. Rook c4 to d4 to d1. And that'll be the cleanest approach. I guess my last worry would be, is there a way for you to get this pawn rolling that would involve a pawn sack? But I could also just give up on the idea of trying to escort this pawn and capture and then go after the d pawn if you are playing e5. But that would have, I think, been a cleaner way. Rook c8, knight c1, rook c4, d4, d1. And that's going to be lights out. By having my rook on the d1 square, I shoulder off your king from defending the c1 square, whereas if I try to go about it by getting to b1, your king can make use of the d file or the d2 square. Okay, let me close out of this. Good game, Dom Arm.